Jeremy Swayman has joined the party and now spoken out about his own contract extension after Elliotte Friedman said things were not close. And you guys are going to love his response. I'm going to be talking about that, everything that came with that, as well as the next contract extension that we could see in Brad Marchand. And things may be getting closer than we expect. So I'm going to be talking about all of this stuff here in this video, like I said. Before we get into it, though, we do have a word from our sponsor of this video, Fume. This video is sponsored by Fume. Fume is an award-winning flavored air device that draws flavor into your mouth. Fume fills the void that ditching a bad habit can leave. That means you still have something to reach for. The big thing here is Fume is not a vape. It has no vapor, no nicotine, non-toxic flavors, no batteries, and it simply does just look awesome and feels very, very high quality. Fume has served over 300,000 customers, and you can be the next success story. For a limited time, use my code DIGEST to get your free topper, and it's a perfect accessory for your Fume device. All you gotta do is slip it onto the mouthpiece for a softer, warmer feel. And for those who like to fidget, it's chewable, and it's also reusable, which is absolutely awesome. So if you like the sound of all of that, head to tryfume.com. That is tryfume.com, and use my code DIGEST, or you can also use the QR code on the screen. And with your purchase of the Journey Pack, you will get a free topper, which is absolutely awesome. So thank you, Fume, for sponsoring this video. And without any further ado, let's get into our first topic here of this video, which is, of course, Jeremy Swayman. It seems like we've been hearing just about everything from him lately, and pretty much we have. And Swayman is confident that a contract will get done. And I have many quotes from what he had said here in the most recent interview with this, so bear with me here. But first, I'm going to pull up this screenshot discussing what Elliotte Friedman had said in yesterday's, what I put in yesterday's video, but on 32 Thoughts the podcast by him. So the Boston Bruins still need to get re-signed goaltender Jeremy Swayman as we inch closer to September. With Swayman being the Bruins' clear number one goalie coming off a spectacular postseason, Boston fans have naturally felt some concern about his new contract not being finalized, me included. In addition, NHL insider Elliotte Friedman recently reported that the Bruins and Swayman were not close on a new deal. And that's what we had discussed yesterday. That's kind of what we theorized, what could be going on, why this is not there yet, why nothing's been progressing, but things may seem like they have. Although Elliotte Friedman usually is correct, he's very respected in the industry, we do know that Jeremy Swayman is the guy getting the contract, and having him speak out about this really kind of makes me feel a lot better, especially with what we had to say. And this is the first bit of the quote that he had. There's a lot of confidence, and I say that because I've treated it like business as usual this year. I've been at the team's training facility, I've been working out with our guys, our staff, our players, and I know that there's something special building in this locker room this year, and I can't be more excited about that. That's the first part. To me, obviously means he's getting ready. This is going to be something that Jeremy Swayman is excited about. He wants to be a Boston Bruin, and if there was any bad blood between the two, which we know there wasn't going to be, he wouldn't be at the team's facility training with that. There's the staff, the team, the players using their facility. But with that as well, we still have this second part of what he had to say in this quote. I know that I know that it will take care of itself with time. All that I can do is control how I'm going to be a better goalie for the Boston Bruins this year. So that's all I'm focused on. And I know, again, it will work out. And I couldn't be happier to be a Bruin. So, ladies and gentlemen, we can rest easy knowing that this is what Jeremy Swayman has to say. And we know things may still not be close. And Jeremy Swayman obviously here didn't say that things were close, nothing was progressing, but he's confident that things will get done. And right now, this is really between his agent and the Boston Bruins. And obviously, we want Swayman to get the best contract possible. We want him to, be happy with the contract. We want the Bruins to be happy with the contract. So it's kind of a double-sided coin. But if things progress closer to September, and as things are day by day and we don't see a contract, I really do think Jeremy Swayman will step up in his own mind and kind of get this done himself. He's obviously going to be still looking for that big deal that he wanted last season and this season. But if things are getting closer to the season, things aren't done, I can see Swayman just kind of stepping in, taking a contract, and kind of forcing one to get done to stay with the Boston Bruins. We know he's not going to be anywhere else. He's not going to accept an offer sheet, so we have nothing to worry about that, mainly with this reaction. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're still good with this. We're still fine. We can keep it easy, knowing that this is what the two sides are thinking, the two parties are thinking in this side. So, let me know what you think. Obviously, a lot of conflicting reports over the past few days from what I've had here. From everybody else, Elliotte Friedman, CEO Charlie Jacobs, now Swayman. Things may be seeming to get a bit more in the news as days progress, but we still don't know how close things are getting. But Sounds better from what we're hearing from Swayman right now. But then on to our second topic of this day. Still kind of touching on the contract extension is could Brad Marchand be next? And this is one that we've kind of been waiting for as well. This one's not as, I would say, impactful at this very moment. We know that Jeremy Swayman is the number one goalie, and he kind of needs to be signed as soon as possible. Marchand still has this entire season heading into next season to get that contract extension that he wants. And I'm going to pull up this bit right here first, what the contract is at this very moment. And we know right now, Marchand's on a very, very good contract, $6.1 million, took a pay cut, and we're excited that this is what he accepted. This is what he was willing to do to help out this team with the financial situation that they have been in, they are in now. And we're wondering, what could a Brad Marchand contract look like? You know, he still is a very, very important piece of this team, if not the most important on-ice player, not being a goalie. And he's the captain of this team, obviously. So we know that he's going to be not making a league minimum, but could Brad Marchand once again take another pay cut, knowing that this situation the Bruins are in are still a bit close to the cap limit, especially with Jeremy Swayman's new contract? And that's one thing I want to theorize, but we're going to talk about that in a little bit, and as well as the days and weeks go on here in this offseason, especially next season if we don't see anything soon. But I want to pull up what Don Sweeney had to say on this whole situation. He had to say, yeah, we're going to get Brad. He's learning patience as a captain as well, so he has to learn there's some ducks in a row in terms of adding our group and how he wants to add to that group. And those guys that don't have full contracts up ahead, eventually he'll extend here. And, Don Sweeney has stated multiple times that he wants and we are going to get Brad Marchand back. That's not a question. He knows that these things are going to take time, and, Marchand knows that as well. And the contract that we're going to see, I still don't think there's anything even finalized, any thoughts behind it right at this very moment. But I think Marchand knows he's a professional. He wants to get things done. He wants things to be able to work out for himself, the team, and everything else. So that's what we're going to see. And I'm very excited to see what this contract could look like, what he's going to do. And we know last season wasn't ideal, or the most ideal year for Marchand. 67 points in 82 games. Having that not be an ideal year is something that you could be very happy to say. And having Marchand, even at 36 years old, just turning 36, of course, with 20 minutes time on ice at that age, his whole play style, he's still working like an absolute dog in this. And I really don't see him kind of taking it and calling it quits anytime soon. So let me know what you think about a Brad Marchand contract extension upcoming. Obviously, there's nothing I wouldn't say imminent. Swayman is obviously the main priority, then maybe adding the extra winger that we've spoken about, but there's still lots and lots of time before anything happens. Marchand knows that as well. But that's all I got in this video. Thank you, Fume, once again for sponsoring this video, but if you did enjoy, give it a like, hit the sub button. I'm signing out. Thank you for watching. Hope you have a great day. See you later.